Manila Development Authority is eyeing to make the bike lane along EDSA a shared lane. MMDA Chairman Romando Artes told Radio 5's Ted Filon and DJ Chacha that they are studying the proposal to allow motorcycle riders to use bike lanes across the metro. The MMDA Traffic Engineering Center is now conducting a simulation to determine if the bike lane on EDSA can accommodate some 24,000 motorcycles. Speaking to the big story, one motorcycle rights organization has also suggested the use of a shared lane for both bikers and motorcycle riders. For now, the MMDA will not issue tickets to motorcycle riders entering the bike lane. Artes said they will start ticketing violators next week.
A month ago, inutos ko na po sa ating Traffic Engineering Center na pag-aralan na kung pwede ay maging shared na lane. Ito pong mga bicycle lane, hindi lamang po dyan sa EDSA, kundi sa buong Metro Manila. Nasimulan na po namin kated sa Ortigas Avenue sa parte po ng San Juan. Sa EDSA po, may mga simulations po na ginagawa ang ating Traffic Engineering Center.
Another round of increase in the prices of fuel products takes effect today, August 22. Gasoline prices are up by 1 peso and 10 centavos per liter, while diesel prices climb by 20 centavos per liter and 70 centavos for kerosene. This marks the 7th straight week of oil price hikes, attributed to production cuts by major oil-producing countries. As a result, taxi operators are calling on the LTFRB to increase the flag down rate to 70 pesos from the current 40 pesos. That's a 30 peso increase. Recall that in September last year, the LTFRB wanted to add 5 pesos to the flag down rate to bring the total to 45 pesos. But taxi operators said this wasn't enough, so they filed a motion for reconsideration, which the agency has yet to reach a decision on.
5 pesos is not responsive. It's not reflective dun sa pangangailangan ng driver. And it's not responsive dun sa tawag ng sitwasyon.
Motorists taking the Cavitex are now digging deeper into their pockets as toll rates in the expressway have increased starting Monday. For those using the seaside to Zapote portion, the toll for Class 1 vehicles is now 35 pesos, 70 pesos for Class 2, and 104 pesos for Class 3. Meanwhile, those traversing the Zapote to Kawit part will be paying a 73 peso toll for Class 1 vehicles, 146 pesos for Class 2, and 219 pesos for Class 3. This is the first time that toll rates have increased in the Kawit section of Cavitex since 2011. The hike was approved by the Toll Regulatory Board following a petition from the expressway management back in 2017. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Commission on Audit flags the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration over its COVID-19 emergency repatriation program. COA reports that OWWA allowed more than 3,700 OFWs to avail free flights under the program from 2 to 5 times over a 26-month period. COA says there were indications that free flights under the program were utilized for regular trips back home and not from distress. 88% of these OFWs were sea-based. COA identified OWWA's Regional Welfare Office in Northern Mindanao as the one responsible for the repatriation of the OFWs. The regional office, however, explained that they allowed the use of emergency repatriation based on what was communicated by the central office. The COMELEC approves the administrative relocation of MO barangays from Makati to Taguig for the upcoming barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. In a memorandum dated August 19, the poll body will be starting the administrative transfer of records of affected voters. COMELEC also recommended the preparation of a new list of precincts and electoral boards in both cities to reflect the changes. The BSKE will be held on October 30. The Supreme Court earlier affirmed its 2021 decision, which states that the Bonifacio Military Reservation is part of Taguig, not Makati. Gilas, Pilipinas lost its final tune-up game against Mexico ahead of the FIBA World Cup. Mexico ran away from the Nationals after getting a slight advantage in the third quarter. The Mexicans were able to hold on to this until the final buzzer as the game ended with a final score of 84-77. Naturalized player Jordan Clarkson, as well as Thirdy Ravenna and Bobby Ray Parks Jr. did not suit up for Gilas. Gilas officials, though, assured that Clarkson only took a rest after unrelenting training and friendly since arriving in the country 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, the FIBA Central Board held a welcome dinner on Monday. Among the attendees are FIBA President Hamane Niyang, FIBA Executive Ingo Wise, Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas Executives Manny V. Pangilinan, and Al Panlilio, as well as House Speaker Martin Romualdez. There's 3 days left before the opening of the World Cup, co-hosted by the Philippines. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. The FIBA World Cup starts August 25. Support Gilas. Support Team Pilipinas. Watch and buy tickets to the biggest sports event of the year.